We all know that lots of people talked about the new iPad 2, okay? And if you go to any nearest Apple store and you ask the salespersons over there, even though the iPad 2 will be available tomorrow, I for sure that for I know the salesperson doesn't know all the details and price and everything due to Apple regulation. Even though he knew, he wouldn't tell you for that, okay? Because he wouldn't want to get fired. So the thing is, I have heard lots of rumors about the new iPad 2. It might have a cameras for FaceTime. It might have a USB port. It might have, thinner enclosures and Retina display, whatever, and so on. For me personally, I would say concerning Apple reduced the iPad price to less than $499 for the least expensive one, up to $460 or something. If you want to buy an e-book reader, I would suggest the Kindle. It's better. It's way better. But if you need mobile e-content device for iTunes stores content, okay, you have to buy the iPad. So if you ask Mark Pubet, I would say 50-50. Because I know that the iPads 2 will come with camera for sure, because one of the Apple engineers, he told me that now Apple kept searching for lens providers for the camera. So the new iPad 2 comes with camera for sure, but when? So I have to ask you back, because if you already have the iPhone 4 with 5 million pixel camera with FaceTime capabilities, or you have a Mac or something, you don't need the iPad with camera, okay? So it's depending on how you plan on using your computer for. This is very important because it depends. Like, if you ask like Konami Corporation CEOs about the new release of Silent Hill games on iPad, and if you ask the guy, why did you choose Apple Store, they would say, well, I like Apple Store, whatever. They trust the distribution channels, which is the Apple iTunes Store. But in terms of hardware, probably if you want camera, you can buy the Samsung Galaxy because it has camera, it's a phone. So for me personally, if you are in a rush to buy it as a present or you really want it now, you go for it. Don't wait. But if you seem concerned about, well, if you might, well, I'm going to be very stupid if I just buy it and then tomorrow they're going to release a new one or something, I would suggest you should wait. Because I think FaceTime features for iPad or iPhone or iPod Touch is going to be great. Because you can call the other, and FaceTime doesn't require 3G network. You can call other person from across the world just using Wi-Fi capabilities. So the bottom line should be 50-50. I went to a seminar in Singapore, and they said it taught me. It taught me something. They said if the customer want to procrastinate the buying decisions, we have to say things like, well, it's depending on how do you plan on using it now. And would this computer be enough for that? Like for instance, I want to do movie editing now. And my computer is broken, but I have to do a YouTube clips from my YouTube channels. Of course, I have to buy the Mac tomorrow. I can't wait. But if you already have your existing computer at home, you're not in a hurry. So why you hurry? You can just wait. So that's the bottom line. But let me share something with you, my experience, my true experience. Newer doesn't mean better. You know what? Lots of people start to complain about the new iPod Nano. The 6th generation iPod Nano, it doesn't support video playbacks. And the small tiny touchscreen look awkward in some ways. And then lots of people send their comments to me, and they said it's truly something that they really don't like. And when I was working at the store, lots of people came into the store and they asked me about the 5th generation of the Nano with the cameras and with the built-in microphones and everything. They love that model, but it's been discontinued. So it doesn't mean better. It doesn't mean newer is better. Like for instance, if you go for a new unibody MacBook White, it's a great things. It's unibody, the battery lasts up to 10 hours and you get LED display. But damn, it lacks the 5 wireless 400 ports and also the infrared receivers for the Apple remote. Then lots of people send me like, Mark, how come? I really likes the plastic enclosure. It looks nice, it's classic, it's Apple, it's white, but the new MacBook Pro doesn't have 5 wireless 400, it doesn't have infrared. Why? So that's the bottom line. And even lots of people, they ask me about, Mark, I really don't like the all the new versions of the Mac's laptop because I don't like the glossy screen. I love matte screen, but if I put the films on matte screen, I have to buy a very expensive films. So because if I put a very lousy films on that, I can't see things clearly. So remember, firstly, if you want to buy any Apple products, you don't have to wait. Okay? If the products on the market really be able to serve your purpose, to go for it. Don't procrastinate. Because the newer doesn't mean better. Okay? It's not gonna be better compared to the old one. Okay? And secondly, in terms of the iPad, I would suggest, well, if you are my brother talking to me right now, I would say you should wait till the iPad comes with FaceTime camera. If you ask me about the iPhone 4, I would say you should wait. Wait until they fix the problems about the antenna, or you have to hold it like a robot to get the sound to be clear and to get the most of the antennas to pick up the signal. So that's the bottom line.